Welcome back to City Blades Tutorials. At last we come to the end of the crossover series by learning a forward cross roll. Learning the alternating forward crossover is necessary to understand the concept of changing circles, body lean, and accomplishing a proper underpush after your cross. I will cover a 1-foot and 2-foot version that complements inline skating. By this point, your 1-foot balance from the crossover practice should give you enough confidence to push without stumbling from one foot to another. As with the other episodes in this series, I'll start with exercises to practice even if you don't think you are ready for this. Let's go. A cross roll, or cross stroke, is an edge change that takes you from one half circle to another. It starts off looking like a crossover, but instead of staying on the same circle, you change leans to switch circles, forming an S. Similar to the alternating crossovers, we use a center line for reference and eventually making this motion continuous down that line. First thing we'll notice about the cross roll is the arms change hips on every push. Because of this, we must keep our V arms more centered and learn to check with small shoulder pinches rather than arm movements. Practice this by going back to your 2-foot slalom and hold your elbows with your arms up. You will feel your bicep pinch across your pec as you check from hip to hip. Now, open your arms, back up and feel your shoulders check with your arms moving no more than a foot from side to side. Some call these movements a cross stroke, but dancers call these a cross roll because of when we touch the free foot on the ground. As you can tell, my foot touches down before the cross, or a progressive. It allows for a smoother transition, progressively moving the foot in front of the standing foot as you cross. The V arms or shoulder pinch will switch hips to the new circle as the foot crosses. Checking your arms is only one piece of the puzzle we need to change circles for the cross roll. Before we can execute a proper change of lean, we need to work out the underpush and the leg position afterwards. When we learned our crossovers, the underpush was often missed or shortened. With cross rolls, after the first push, every other push is an underpush. This is what makes it continuous. After you finish the first crossover, hold your 2-foot cross for a second as you change your arms. Stretch the underpush behind the crossing foot and push through your pinky toe. After you feel your pinky toe lift from the ground, raise the pushing leg and hip while you open your toe away from the ground. Now you are set on the new circle for the next cross roll. Common mistakes are not tilting the underpush ankle towards the ground after the cross for a true push, lifting the leg and hip separately. The motion of opening your toe after the push coincides with the leg lift. Additionally, lifting the hip will help stack your weight on the standing leg better. And raising your knee after the cross roll. Stay down on the knee to get ready for the next cross. Now that our free leg isn't stuck under after the push, we can focus on the change of lean. The better we lean our spine towards the circle, the truer the new edge will be. If we lean our spine on the circle, we need to stretch the rib cage on the circle to counterbalance the lean. Similar to the crossovers, but happens much quicker. We now add all the elements together. A progressive. Touch the foot down before the cross. Pinch your shoulders to the new hip as the foot crosses. Tilt your ankle towards the ground to push through the pinky toe. And lift your leg and hip to help change your lean to the new circle. Then, lift your inside arm, making the ribcage long on the new circle. A practice tip is to do one cross roll at a time, holding the 1-foot glide until your leg comes down naturally or you run out of speed. Also, feel your knees bend on the progressive to dig down and push harder through your pinky toe push. And keep your free leg pressed behind your skating leg after the push. You don't want your free leg swinging around before your next cross roll. The continuous cross roll is dependent on the same requirements as the alternating crossover. Even circle sizes, good rhythm, strong pushes, and good checks. After the first cross, you lift your leg and open your toe to stack on the new circle. Now, collect your knees together to keep your free leg in control. Then your feet will be ready for the next progressive cross roll. No doubt one side will be better than the other, but practicing your continuous cross roll will help practice both evenly. Keep your timing even and hold your 1 foot balance until you come back to the center line. Remember to keep your shoulder check small with the tighter circles. Lastly, I do enjoy a 2-foot toe wheel version for inline skating. Once you complete your pinky toe under push, you can stay on the toe wheel instead of lifting it off the ground, switching the wheel from an outside edge push to the inside when you lift the hip and stack on the new circle. The extension from the under push is the same but offers a little more stability when skating on the streets and adding in other skills. Your upper body motion shouldn't change when practicing this version. Practice tip is to feel your free leg collect towards the next cross roll immediately after the under push. You don't want your free leg to drag behind too long. This isn't an issue if you pick up the free leg from the ground after the push. I hope you enjoyed this breakdown of one of my favorite moves I've transferred over from ice dance. It allows for many variations when using wheels and will be critical to feeling comfortable when adding combos together later on in the series. Keep practicing these essential skills to gain more 1 foot balance and power. Please leave comments on what you thought of this series. Subscribe so you can stay on top of the next episodes coming out. And as always, stay active, friends.